Hey viewers, Hexcraft here. Before we get started, a few things. First off, the Aurelian Soul and Ari updates are out, but they came out after I was done recording this stuff for Xin Zhao. Ari's will be next week. I've been working to get all her skins. A Soul, however, will be later on this year because he's apparently getting a new skin. And because he has so little skins, I'd rather wait till he gets another one. And lastly, before we start, a small little nitpick I want to point out. One of Xin Zhao's most well-known voice lines is a joke about here's a tip and the spear that goes with it. Most of Xin Zhao's skins, it would not be considered a spear, it'd be considered a bident, sometimes with a trident. Marauder has a glaive. I only count 3 skins that actually have a spear. Warring Kingdoms, Cosmic, and Firecracker. I just want to say that. Little nitpick. So let's get into it. Base Xin Zhao is one of those skins that I fully think needs an update. This is what happens when a Western armor-making smith is explained to by a warrior what Eastern armor looks like, because technically speaking, Xin Zhao's armor was made in Demacia by Demacian smiths, hence why it's plastered with Demacia. But it's designed to be more of a sort of Eastern armor, so it just looks weird. And it still has that Demacia bulkiness to it, even though the way he moves and how it looks in design, it feels like it shouldn't be made of solid plate, like it is. All in all though, it is not that much of a nice looking skin either. Again, the Demacian colors are okay for like Lux and Garen, but after a while when every Demacian champ is the same color scheme, it kinda starts to look bad. And let's be real, that weapon is kinda goofy, his spear. This is the first base skin that I feel like I gotta give a 4. I really feel like he deserves a bit of a facelift, honestly. Commando skins get worse and worse with each one. And this is no exception because this is literally just base Xin Zhao, colored green, given a pair of sunglasses, and a new spear tip. Granted, I actually prefer this spear tip, even though again it is a bident, technically. But the rest of the skin, it's just painted green Xin Zhao. It's somehow worse than base Xin Zhao. I get a 3. Again, this is just Xin Zhao base with a new coat of paint, even though technically he's older. Although, again, the armor isn't plastered Demacia, it still has the Eastern design with, again, the plates connected together, meaning it's more flexible and not just a bulky solid piece. In all honesty, I like this one more than base, and I feel like this should be his base. I gotta give this one a 5. Better base than base. Now, if I recall, lore-wise, this is kind of the idea of like what he'd be wearing when he was a prisoner in Noxus. I don't know if that's still his lore though, it's been a while. But honestly, it's an alright skin. Although, my biggest complaint is, well, the way he stands, that shoulder face shield that's supposed to protect his face when he's basically holding his weapon that way, that's covering his entire face. I think only like one eyeball can see past it, and that's barely. Although again, it doesn't actually have a function, so it doesn't matter, but you know, it's kind of funny thinking that he's just staring at a metal plate the entire time while wearing the skin. But again, the model is nice looking, and the trident is pretty cool. I give it a 5. Right off the bat, I want to point out those decorative wings are not attached to anything. They are just floating there. I don't know if I love it or hate it, but I probably love it because it's kind of goofy and fun. And again, interesting kind of 4-bladed tipped spear weapon. Again, spear. And again, nice looking armor and nice looking weapon. For cheap skin, it's okay. now we start getting into some really nice stuff. Warring Kingdoms has been a skin line that, honestly, I think it's always had a lot of really good skin. Warring Kingdoms, Xin Zhao included. He has a winged tip spear. He has the cool dragon armor, and again, the Warring Kingdoms skins are actually based off characters in the Tales of the Three Kings, I believe it's called. I might be messing that up. Apologies if I am. But yeah, it's a really cool skin. And again, it has some visual effects. Nothing too flashy because, well, Xin Zhao doesn't have much, to make flashy. But all in all, it's a really nice skin, and it's a pretty badass skin. I gotta give it a 7. I never understood why League made this skin. It felt out of place at the time. Animation-wise, everything's practically the same, except when he uses ults, instead of his little shields around him, it's briefcase. But honestly, the spear that turns into a briefcase, Xin Zhao in a full-body suit with sunglasses, I think it's a pretty nice looking skin. Again, look-wise, it looks good. And honestly, that's all you can ask for a Xin Zhao skin. Does it feel cool? Yeah. Does it feel badass, powerful, like a true on-top-of warrior? Not really, but again, it looks nice. It looks pretty cool. And when you dive into a lane, you can scream, "Get down, Mr. President." I get a 6. Dragonslayer is nice, I will say that. However, some of its visuals in that are pretty, well, dull. I feel like the intensity of the fire needs to be a bit more aggressive. Everything just feels a little duller. Like part of the effects were just not added. The skin is cool. The spear, trident, is nice. The effects are honestly hard to notice. And weirdly enough, the range of his ult, when you look at the actual ult circle and the circle the skin produces, it's a bit shorter in range, actually. So yeah, that's off-putting to me. I don't know why that is, but again, it's okay. I just wish the effects were a bit more, bolder with fire. I give it a 6. Honestly, it's a nice looking skin. And again, there's your spear again. But all in all, it's, a cosmic skin. It's hard to really say much because with cosmics, it's just blue and star effects. And yeah, it's not that, flashy. Most champions who get cosmic skins have abilities have a bit more flash to them already, but Xin Zhao doesn't have that much. Every time you hit with your multi-attack, however, you do cause a little star effect. When you ult, there's a bit of a star effect. The model and the weapon, though, look beautiful. The effects are there, it's just, again, the issue isn't the skin, it's the champion. It's hard to make that flashy. In all honesty, though, because again, there are other skins still to come that are flashier with their abilities, I gotta give this one a 6. Okay, that's not even a fucking spear anymore, that's a glaive. And also, immediately, even your dash is a bit more flashy. Your ult is so clear. You can tell that there's a fucking circle there. And there's actually an ability. It's not just the outlined circle around you. There's actually a cool effect. Again, the red and black really give this a more visual look. And yeah, honestly, Marauder is probably Xin Zhao's best looking skin. The armor is extremely nice. The glaive is pretty cool and great. And again, the visual effects are clean and, again, not just a basic. I give this one an 8. Honestly, when I first looked at this skin, I thought I was gonna hate it. But besides somewhat of the visual flashiness to the skin, this skin does also surprise me with its sound effect. And what do I mean? Well, every attack has a firework effect and a actual firework crackle explosion. Yeah, it actually has some good sound effects and some good visuals that go with it. Well, the spear is nice, and I do like how instead of having just a cloth or a symbol, they actually have a thing of firecrackers hanging off his spear. Again, I thought I'd actually hate this skin, but looking more at the details on it, I think it's actually a pretty good skin, and I gotta give it a 7. Also, I would say that is a spear he has. And that'll do it. I hope you all enjoyed. Again, Xin Zhao isn't the flashiest of champions, so it's more about his model, his spear, and what little effects Riot actually gives him. I'm gonna try getting Ari out next week. Again, she has a lot of skins and a lot more visual aspects to her, so might be a bit of a bulkier video. Always working on the project on the side, which, due to my own personal, I don't like how it's looking so far, I keep trashing and restarting it. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.